Hi there, and today I'm hoping that this is a set of Looney Tunes minifigures. So first thing to do is get it open and check what's inside. So if you watched any of my previous videos on collectible minifigs, you'll know that I used to spend my time standing around in Tesco's late in the evening, fiddling packets and finding out what was inside. But nowadays I generally pre-order a complete set from a seller online, and this set came from eBay. So he's already opened all the packets for me and repackaged them all in Ziploc bags. Quite often you get them replaced, the packets are slit open to check what's inside and then the figure replaced, but this guy has put them all in Ziploc bags for me. So there should be 12 here. We need to go through. I'll get one of the leaflets out, check them off, and we'll have a look at each one in turn. So first up, we can probably guess who this is from the That's All Folks printed tile in there. So I'll open this one up and we'll have a look at the leaflet first and see the whole series. And here are the 12, and that's obviously Porky Pig there. So let's get him built. He's got light flesh legs. These are the new medium-sized legs, so they articulate, but they're shorter than regular minifig legs. And he's got toes printed on there, or rather trotters. He's a pig after all. He's got a little printed tail on the back there, and then a blue torso with a printed tummy on it, and a light flesh moulded head, which is perfect for him. So we'll pop him on his stand. Then he's got a little sign here, so we'll build that up as well. Pop that on the back of there. Ready for his catchphrase at the end of each cartoon. There's Porky Pig. And because these are in clear grip seal bags, it's very easy to see who each of them is. And this is Sylvester the Cat, and he has got dual moulded legs, so he's got black and white legs there, again with toes, or he's a cat so they must be claws, and then a black torso. Now this is obviously not going to be as white as his feet because that's white plastic, whereas this is white printing on top of a black torso, which I presume that's as white as they can make it when you're printing white on black. Oh, and I've missed out his tail. This is one of the rubberized elements, so it's not the regular stiff ABS Lego plastic. There we go, his tail there, and then a really good molded head, and he comes with a baseball bat, so he's chasing Tweety Bird there with his baseball bat. Normally he has Acme products. I'd normally see him with an Acme stick of dynamite, but he's got a baseball bat today. So there's our number 2, Sylvester Cat, next to Porky Pig. Then obviously to go with Sylvester the Cat, we've got Tweety Bird. He's got to chase somebody after all. So Tweety Bird has got a regular yellow torso, and he's got a printed tail on the back. Now he's got the short legs, so they don't articulate, and they're in that flamish yellow colour, so it's slightly darker than his torso. Let's pop him on his stand. And then a yellow moulded head, which is perfect for him. Those eyes look fantastic, don't they? A little bit of a feather on top. And then he comes with a large mallet. So there's a round brick with 2 of the Technic axle holes straight through the middle, and 2 bricks to go inside. And we've got Technic pins in each of those holes, and then a long bar handle. Put in one of those pins so you can hold it, obviously to bash Sylvester on the toes with, or something similar. There's Tweety Bird to go with Sylvester the Cat. And to go with Porky Pig, here we have Petunia Pig. Now she's probably a lesser known character to many people, but she was in the very early days of Looney Tunes, and so she has got a yellow torso with dual moulded arms, so she's got yellow tops and light flesh bottom of the arms and hands, and then again dual molded legs. So we've got, are they dual molded? Oh no, they're just painted. So we've got white hips, light flesh legs, but that white is printing. That's actually a great little printing on there. It's good detail on them. And then again black trotters printed on, and then she's got a fantastic molded headpiece with pigtails. Let's pop her on that stand. Actually, I have missed out. She's got a skirt. So that was the skirt piece that they used with Minnie Mouse in the Disney series. Pop her on her stand, and she is coming with a nice little teapot and a teacup with a spare teacup. So we'll put teacup in one hand and teapot in the other, and there is Petunia Pig to go with Porky. So 4 down, 8 to go, and here you can see we've got Wiley Coyote. Now he has got regular reddish brown torso and legs, again with fur printed on his torso. There's no dual molding on anything, and he's got again another rubberized tail, but it's more coyote-like than Sylvester's, obviously. So that sits between his legs and his torso, like that, giving him a nice bushy tail. Then he's got his fantastic molded head to go on top. These heads really are very good in this series. Lots of unique parts for each minifigure. Pop him on his stand like that, and he comes with, as he's chasing Roadrunner, we're going to drop this on his head. It's an anvil. That's a little brick built anvil like that, and he can hold that ready to drop off a cliff onto Roadrunner's head as he runs past. But no doubt Roadrunner will have some cunning plan to make it rebound and hit him instead. So there's Wiley Coyote with his anvil. So of course I have to do this one next. Here is Roadrunner himself. And he's got a regular torso, but with these wings. They were on the chicken guy, I think, from one of the collectible minifigure series. But they're in blue this time. He's got dark flesh, or dark tan legs with claws printed on the bottom of his legs. Now obviously he should be very tall, but his legs should be very spindly, but they haven't done a specialised part for that. It's just a regular minifig legs for that. Oh, he's also got a rubberized tail. That's another great piece. So that's the same colour as his torso. We'll pop that in between the two. That's incredibly long, and also extends below the level of his the floor. So that's gonna push his torso forward ever so slightly, but we'll have to live with that. There you go. We've got his, again, moulded head to go on top, and a bit of plumage to go on top of his head like that. Then we have Roadrunner. Oh, he has got an extended, so they've dual moulded that headpiece. We've got a bit of blue to give him a slightly longer neck than you normally would. He's not quite correctly proportioned to Roadrunner, but then you're translating him to minifig form, so he's a little bit odd looking, but we'll have to live with that. And then here we've got some, I imagine, bird seed planted by Wiley Coyote, so we can put that on his stand next to him and stand him next to Wiley. Next, absolutely classic, the man himself. We have got Bugs Bunny. Again, some of these have got inner bags, not entirely sure why. So he has got everything in the light bluish grey, so we've got legs and torso and arms with white hands, and again white of hands and white printing don't quite match because they don't seem to be able to print white very white. It's a sort of a very lightish grey white. And then here's little claws down there, printed fluffy bunny tail. And then we've got Bugs's head, another fantastically moulded head there. And then what else would he have apart from a carrot? So you can hold on to his carrot and join the rest of his Looney friends. And to go with Bugs, we've got Lola Bunny. Now she is in her Space Jam outfit. So there's a new Space Jam film coming out at the moment. And she's got regular sized legs. They're dual moulded in pink and the light violet colour. And she's got a lime greenish torso with dark tan arms, represent her vest top that she's wearing, and then another great moulded head with a ponytail on back. And then this is, I imagine, meant to represent her basketball from Space Jam. So we can pop that in her hand, ready to shoot some hoops. So 8 down, 4 to go. We're 2/3 of the way through, and here is Speedy Gonzales. Again, another bag within a bag. Now, I know ahead of time there are some great little printed pieces in this, but look at his torso first. Plain white with a little red cravat on there. He's got short legs, so they don't articulate, but they're dual moulded in white and dark tan hands to match his feet with printed claws. And then again, as always, I've forgotten to put his tail on, so he's got a rubberized tail, but that is clearly a mouse tail rather than anything else. And I've just realised, I was saying about Roadrunner's tail, that should be the other way up. I'm pointing upwards. Let's quickly swap that over then. Flip that up. That's why he was being unbalanced. He should be like that. Much better. Yes. Pop him back over there. But back to Speedy. So there he is. Let's pop him on his stand. And he has got this massive moulded head with his hat as all in one big piece. There we go, his little cheeky mouse face with whiskers and his Mexican sombrero on top. And this is brilliant. So these have been called cheese slopes for a very long time by fans of Lego. And for the first time we've got yellow cheese slopes with cheese holes printed on them. And we get 4 of these in this set. So that is absolutely fantastic. It's going to be great for using as full food in various situations. So Speedy gets a couple of bits of cheese to hang on to. Not sure how many they expect to him to eat, but we'll put one in each hand there. So we've got Speedy with his cheese. So down to the last few, and here we have Marvin the Martian. So he's got a black regular minifig head there. Let's put that on his torso first. That'll make it easier. So he's got a red torso, black head with these huge eyes printed on it, with his Martian helmet, gladiatorial style. And he's got these are the midi-sized legs, so they articulate, but they're shorter than regular ones, with white printing around his feet, like so. And then of course he's got his space gun. And as always, I've missed out the piece that goes between legs and torso. So he's got this fabric piece to represent that sort of skirt he wears. Pop that on there, torso back on. You can see that around his waist there. So we have Marvin the Martian. And down to the last two. Any Looney Tunes fan will easily recognise who this is. We have the wonderful Daffy Duck. He has a black torso, black legs with dual moulded legs, black on the top, orange on the bottom, and as always, a piece that goes in between. Now this is the same piece they used for Donald Duck in the Disney series, but obviously that was white and this is a black little duck tail there. And then his moulded head, got a little bit of feathers printed on his torso there. And he is obviously trying to get Elmer to shoot Bugs instead of him, as he's holding a great big sign saying rabbit season to deflect the attention away from him and onto Bugs. There we go, Daffy Duck with his rabbit season printed sign. And then last, but by no means least, here is Taz. Now, I'm not going to forget this time. So he has got a brown tail. That looks to me to be the same tail as Wiley has, and it is. So regular brown torso, unprinted, and they are midi legs, so they articulate but they're short, with claws printed on the bottom. And then a huge moulded head, which goes all the way down almost to his waist. Wonderful printing there on his teeth. Now he's slightly different. He's got this round disc. Now this was on first used on Polka Dot Man in one of the Batman Batmobile sets. So they use this again with the sort of whirlwind as he spins around. So he stands on that, and then so you can spin him around. He's got one of these upside down dome pieces. So you can now see if we can spin him. There we go, spinning him round and round. So he's either on that or on his stand. We'll leave him on this for now. And of course he eats everything. He's got a huge pie in one hand and a drumstick in the other. So this is one of Minifig Jez's, Mrs. Minifig Jez's favourite characters. She has a talking cuddly one which lives in our house, so she'll be very pleased to see this one. But I think he is fantastic. That's a great head, and that's a great idea also to do this spinning effect. Not very good. Let's try again. No, still not very good. I imagine he's being overbalanced by the two pieces of food. Let's see if we can do it better this way. No, terrible. No, we'll leave that for another time then. Absolute failure. But we have the complete set of 12 there. Looney Tunes minifigures. Let's pop Taz on his regular stand and leave his tornado stand next to him. And there we go. I think the favourites and the outstanding ones here, well, the printed parts are very, very good. So that's all, folks, and the rabbit season signs are great. They're going to be sought after pieces, I can tell, on the aftermarket. The cheese printing is also brilliant. They are going to come in very useful, I imagine, especially as you get 4 in each set. They are going to be sold on like wildfire for various people's mocks and cities and many other things. Other than that, outstanding ones. I'm thinking Taz is a favourite of mine, and then maybe Daffy and Bugs. I think they're my 3 favourites from this series. I'm not quite sure what you think. Let me know in the comments which are your favourites, and who they missed out from the Looney Tunes series as well. Can you think of any other ones if they potentially could do a second series of Looney Tunes? Who would you put in it? I don't think there's another 12 that I could think of, but there's several I could. But let me know what you think. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and of course, please do subscribe for more LEGO videos.